Yo, what's going on, guys? This is the Jay Cartere Show, and I am your host, Jay Cartere. In this episode, we are going to be talking about why the number of followers or subscribers you have doesn't matter. But first up, we're going to have a word from our sponsors. This episode of the Jay Cartere Show Podcast is sponsored by me at growonyoutube.com. If you want to grow your YouTube gaming channel, then growonyoutube.com is the place to go. I just released my new book, A Gamer's Guide to Greatness, which will show you how to grow your YouTube gaming channel and turn it into a business. You can get that at growonyoutube.com/guide. If you want to grow your YouTube gaming channel and turn it into your career, make a full-time living, become a full-time YouTube gamer, actually build a business around it, then this book is for you. If you just want to live off AdSense and become a big YouTuber and be broke, then this book is not for you. It's not for anyone who wants overnight success or anything like that. But go to growonyoutube.com/guide if you think this will be helpful for you. You can see the reviews of happy customers who have purchased the book already and are now using the strategies in there to grow their own YouTube gaming channels. Now, I basically created the book that I wish I would have had when I first started out on YouTube. I've spent a variety of years. I think I started in around 2011, and I did a lot of experiments, a lot of research, a lot of trial and error in order to find out what actually works. So I've distilled all of that and put it into this book, this guide, so you guys can know what works and grow your YouTube gaming channel. I've grown my YouTube gaming channel to over 24,000 subscribers. When this comes out, it'll probably be even more than that. I don't know. It's continually growing. It's always growing, and it's going to continue growing because I know what works. I know what works now, and I've put that in this book to show you what works. And if you want that, go to growonyoutube.com/guide. Now let's get into the episode. So yeah, in the previous episodes, the last 3 episodes, I think I just, went into the sponsor spiel without cutting away to it or anything, and it's long. I can't be bothered to do that at the beginning of every episode, at the end of every episode, or anything like that. So I'm just gonna create an audio segment and just put it in there. So yeah, but that is a big example of what I'm trying to distill in you guys and give to you guys here. Like sponsoring yourself, advertising yourself, focusing on creating a business instead of just creating an audience for the sake of creating an audience. So we're going to talk about why the number of followers or subscribers you have doesn't matter. I think most people listening to this are going to be on YouTube, so we're going to say subscribers for the rest of the episode, but that can apply to followers on Instagram or Twitter and that sort of stuff as well. So you can just substitute that word for whatever applies to you. So my basic premise is numbers don't matter as long as you pay your bills. And I think that is incredibly real. It's incredibly straightforward, and it gets down to the bottom line. Now, a lot of people will be like, you shouldn't think about money when you're doing YouTube or blah, blah, blah. That's stupid. Like, you shouldn't go into YouTube and think, hey, I'm going to be a YouTuber so I can get rich, and the only reason you're doing it is to make money. That is bad. But anything you do in life, you need to get some sort of compensation from it. Like, either you're doing something to learn, to better yourself, or, to present opportunities so that later down the road you can make a living and pay the bills, or you straight up are doing it and you need to pay your bills while you do it. Like, if you don't pay your bills, you can't be a YouTuber. I mean, I don't know, you can be a homeless YouTuber with a smartphone, but I don't know where you're going to get the charge and that sort of stuff, and it's probably not the quality of life that you're going for. So that is how I want you guys to think. Like, numbers don't matter as long as you pay your bills. Like, that's how you should be thinking. First and foremost, you want to pay your bills, and then everything after that is a bonus. Now, it's cool to have numbers, but I think a lot of the fascination with numbers that people have, the fascination with having subscribers and having a bunch of views and all this sort of shit, comes from insecurity. It comes from you not really feeling comfortable in yourself, and you wanting validation from other people. So, this high number of followers means that these amount of people validate you, and it means, you're doing something right, when at the end of the day, if you are secure in yourself and you know, hey, I'm doing some good shit, you don't really care about having a million followers or something like that. You just want to get that good shit in the hands of a fair amount of people. And if you touch like 10 people or 10 people buy your stuff, that's better than 1,000 people liking your comment, because that really doesn't do much. Now, I look at numbers as basically data. I just look at it for research purposes. Like when I think I just hit 22,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, I don't look at it like, oh, damn, I really wanted to hit 22,000 subscribers. I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not 22,000 subscribers aren't going to pay the bills. That doesn't matter. They ain't going to do shit for me. That just lets me know that, you know, people are interested in what I'm doing and I'm doing something right. As long as I keep growing, that means that I'm bringing in a bunch of people and people are enjoying the content. Like, that's what the subscribe means to me. I don't care if I get more subscribers. Like, I want more customers, more patrons, more people playing on my server, you know, that sort of shit. That's the stuff that actually matters. The subscribers and the followers, at the end of the day, that's just an additional thing to let me know, okay, this is going in the right direction, or maybe that's not going in the right direction, or something like that. Like, that's the only thing I look at it from. And as I said, it's cool to have the numbers, but what's the end goal? Like, what's the end goal? Why do you want more subscribers? Why do you want more followers? What's the point? Because if you just want subscribers or followers for the sake of being popular, then that is a waste. But, you know, if you're super insecure and that's what you want, and you want more followers so that you can feel better about yourself, then, you know, fair enough, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not here to tell you you can't do what you want, but I don't think that's going to solve the problem. I really don't think that is going to all of a sudden make you feel more secure in yourself, but maybe it will, because as I grew on YouTube and as I grew my following and that sort of stuff, I started to stop giving a shit about what the other people thought. Like, when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I believe that I became much more confident in my content, and I basically doubled down on YouTube and that sort of stuff. But I had already been moving towards that prior to that. So I can't say that, yeah, that's not a defining factor. It's not going to help you in that regard. But I don't think that's what you should be aiming for, as it's a very long grind and it really relies on other people. Like, you should be focusing on making yourself better. If you feel insecure in yourself, look at what it is that you feel insecure in and try to improve on that. Try to become a better person. That's why I always say be better. Like, that's my slogan. That's what I believe in. Be better. Like, I believe in self-improvement and trying to be better. I try to be better every single day. I'm always trying to learn, always trying to improve, always trying to do more. And I think that's really, really important. So if you want a bunch of followers, I don't think you should want a bunch of followers for the sake of having a bunch of followers, or for the sake of, you know, getting attention for the sake of it, because that really doesn't do much for you if you don't have a business plan behind it, if you don't actually know what you're going to do with it. I don't think that's very good. And I think a lot of people get down that rabbit hole of chasing more numbers and trying to get bigger, without really having a plan of what they'll do when they get bigger. Maybe they think, oh, I'll get big and then I'll have sponsorships or something. Well, what are you doing? What sponsors do you want to reach? What audience do you want to promote these sponsors to? You know, these are things that you need to be thinking about while you're growing your audience. And most people that I see out there, they just want a broad audience. They don't give a shit who the audience is. They just want people there. They want some sort of following so that it looks like they've got a bunch of people there. They don't care who those people are. And that's really, really important. You need to have a plan behind it. Now, having followers and having attention can be very useful. It can be very advantageous to you if you have a place to direct it, you have some sort of way to monetize it, you have some sort of end goal, and you're like transitioning people through this this place where you're getting the attention, this content or whatnot, like your videos and stuff, and you're getting them to somewhere else. Maybe the reason you make your videos is to make people laugh or something. And then maybe you got a like comedy CD. I don't know if people still do those, but or a comedy video, you can sell that, or maybe some t-shirts or some shit. Like you can sell this sort of shit, and like then you have a reason to do this sort of stuff. It's instead of just building an audience for the sake of building an audience. I think pretty much everyone should go on these t-shirt sites, maybe Spreadshirt or Teespring, which I currently use, and just make a bunch of designs that you would want to wear. Like a bunch of t-shirt designs that you think you would want to wear and people like you would want to wear. Do that. And that'll be very, very advantageous to you when it comes down the road. Even if you got a small following now, like at least having something that people can buy and actually makes you some money is way better than relying on, AdSense on YouTube or hoping that you get enough followers that you get a sponsor or, stuff like that. Or you could do like affiliate marketing and look into that. If there's any companies that you really like, you can tell your followers about them and you can make some money through that. As long as you're actually serving your audience. I wouldn't ever suggest promoting something that you don't believe in for the sake of making money. That is completely terrible. You'll lose your audience's trust and you'll just be a scumbag person. So don't do that. Now, I would personally rather make £1 million than have 1 million followers, because I could change way more things with £1 million than 1 million followers. I can reinvest £1 million and build things and change, I can spend time on just focusing on helping young entrepreneurs, which is like my main goal, is basically to get to a point where I'm able to help young entrepreneurs who are in the same position I was, poor, young, poor entrepreneurs who don't have a lot of capital behind them, a lot of opportunities at their disposal or whatnot, and just don't know what they can do and what is possible. Because when you're in that position, when I was in that position, my parents were like, well, my mum was very, she would direct me towards getting a normal job. Like that's how she would approach the situation. It's not like she was on my back. She wasn't on my back every day being like, oh, when you getting a job or whatnot. But now and again, she'd say something like that, like when you got a look job and shit like that. She'd say these things, and that whittles at you, and that can demotivate you and make you move towards just doing a regular thing, like going and getting a regular job and whatnot. And that may not be for you if you really have to drive to do other things. Like I'm an entrepreneur first. Like that is my spirit. Since I was young, I've been an entrepreneur. So doing anything else would have crushed my soul. And like my siblings and stuff were along the same lines, and other people were along the same lines. But you got to not give a shit about what people think, and you got to focus on what you want to do. But £1 million would help me get to my goals faster than 1 million followers. 1 million followers, you could, in theory, translate that to £1 million. But just because you have 1 million followers doesn't mean 1 million of them are buyers. But if you're selling a high price product and you get like 1,000 of them to buy, you can make pretty nice bank anyways. But yeah, £1 million is more important than 1 million followers at the end of the day, because if you're focusing on actually generating revenue, then you can actually pay the bills while you're trying to grow your channel. If you're just focusing on growing your channel, then it's gonna be hard times. Trust me, I've been there, eating rice and gravy and noodles and shit. It ain't great, yeah? It ain't great, trust me. So I want you guys to focus on revenue generating activities instead of just growth. I want you to think about how you're gonna make money from doing what you're doing. And I think that's really, really important, because it will change the way you approach things. I don't mean be like a money hungry little bitch or something like that. Don't do that. But just think about things in a very business orientated way so that you can keep yourself afloat and continue doing what you love doing. And that'll be better for you than getting 10,000 subscribers. unless your goal is to gain 10,000 really targeted subscribers because you want to get this sponsorship from that person or sell them this specific product or that sort of thing. But really, I think you should think about what you can create to give value out there in the world, first of all, and think about how you can monetize that. Like, I see a lot of small channels trying to do trendy videos that will bring them views, like maybe over, well, I don't know when this is going to come out, but the Logan Paul thing happened this year, and a lot of small YouTubers may have covered that, and you may have covered that in the hopes that you'd get a bunch of views, you'd get a bunch of subscribers, and maybe you'd be YouTube famous. But I don't think, talking about Logan Paul and all that sort of stuff is really beneficial to your channel in the long term. It might get you if you're lucky, you may get influx of views and maybe like a few subscribers right now, but over the long term, is that really doing anything for you? No, I don't think it is. So I think it's really a waste of time. Now, you can use trendy topics and things that are trending in order to funnel attention to, a revenue, something that's actually bringing you revenue. Like, for example, my book is out. I could make a video on, if I did make a video on Logan Paul and I was like, don't be this kind of YouTuber or something like that, you can approach it from a different angle. But because that situation is a bit sensitive because it's about suicide and shit like that, you wouldn't really want to promote something on a video about suicide or that sort of topic. But Still, if there was something that was trending, the way I would approach it is, this is trending. Yeah, it might get me some views, but what can I do with those views? Are these going to be the type of people who are going to be interested in this that's going to make me money? Or are they going to subscribe and then, like this kind of video that I'm making? If that's not happening, if you just want views for the sake of views, then it's a waste of time. And again, I've been talking about revenue a lot, but that's because it's important. Money isn't everything, but money will give you freedom. Trust me on that. Like, money isn't everything. Like, relationships and family and that sort of shit is, at the end of the day, more, well, you can say it's more important, but I wouldn't want to be homeless with my family. I think that would be quite a shitty situation. I'd rather be rich and alone than homeless with my family. But some other people will make different thoughts based on that. But I guess you could be, homeless with your family and then get a place. But if it was like, if you had a choice between being rich, living by yourself, or being homeless and being with your family, and that's all you could live for the rest of your life, I'd pick being alone all day because I could do more than that. And, maybe I think being homeless with my family would be selfish. It may sound like, being rich and being alone would be selfish, but if I'm rich and alone, I can do way more stuff for the world and change the world in a really big way from that position than if I was on the streets homeless with my family. Maybe I'd feel, I got a family that loves me. All this is great. But at the end of the day, I'm not really going to be able to do much from that situation because at that point, I'm just thinking about survival. And when you're broke, that's all you think about. You just think about survival. And, that's the realness, to be honest. And if you're doing something that you don't enjoy, like your main job is doing something that you don't really like, then you need to make money from this activity that you actually enjoy, or your own sort of company or business or that sort of thing, if that's what you want to do. And if you make money with that and you make enough money to pay the bills, you will have the freedom to do what you want. And that is entrepreneurship to me. It is the freedom to do what I want, but the responsibility of, being responsible for that freedom. I could do what I want. I could do nothing for the next month and, I would probably pay the bills the month after. But 3 months from there, I'd probably be broke. But see, the thing is, in that situation, I could do whatever the fuck I want. But I have the responsibility to do what's best and to do what, like, actually revenue generating activities, like making them book, making the Arc servers, the Arc PS4 servers website, focusing on business and that sort of thing. But I can do whatever I want any day, and I'm working for myself. I'm building my own thing at the end of the day, and I think that's just so important. I have so much enthusiasm for building my own shit. Like, if I was just at someone else's company, I don't think I'd nearly have this much enthusiasm of doing work. Like, I sometimes I'll get really enthusiastic about doing work, and I'm really excited to do work. But sometimes, like yesterday, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. I had a very long video to film yesterday. I was like, not in the mood for that. Not in the mood for that. But today, things are feeling better. And, you know, entrepreneurship isn't all, you know, great. I'm not going to say that. Like, sometimes you'll have your down days. Sometimes you will be really, really on the edge. Sometimes you won't make a lot of money. Sometimes you'll lose money and you may not be able to pay the bills. These are things that you need to think about. But at the end of the day, like, it's just who I am. And if this is who you are, then... well, no, it's probably not who you are, because you're thinking about followers and subscribers instead of building a business. But this is who you need to be if you want to be successful in any of these platforms like Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, anything like that. You need to be an entrepreneur. You can't be on there and just be, you know, one of these people who's being like, I need to get loads of followers and then somehow that's going to make me loads of money. You need to know how to monetize that. You need to know how to get sponsorship and all that sort of shit. And if you don't know that, you're going to get taken advantage of. You're going to have crappy deals, and you're going to need to hire other people that know how to do that. And that's fine. If you don't know how to be the business person, then maybe you get someone else that becomes the business person. Maybe you hire someone to help you out with the business stuff. Like, that's all an option. But if you want to do everything by yourself, then you need to learn everything. It's hard to do shit by yourself. You need to learn a lot of shit. Like, I've been running my YouTube channel solo since it started, and running my businesses solo, and pretty much everything I do. And I've had to acquire a lot of different skills. And if you ain't down to do that, then maybe this ain't for you. Like, if you just want to put out mediocre stuff and you think you deserve people to watch it because you put effort into it, then you're not going to get anywhere. And that's just the cold, hard truth. Like, you need to be practical about it. You need to think, you know, how am I going to make money from this so that I can continue doing it in the future? Because that is the big thing. If you never make money from your creative endeavor or something that you're doing as like a side hustle or something, then you're always going to have to spend time on doing other things that actually make you money. Unless, you know, you have rich parents or you have some great inheritance, then, you know, great times. But then you may go broke from that as well if you're just focusing on things that don't actually make you money. Like, you want to bring the both together, and that's where I think you'll live a much happier life. Like, if you love what you do and what you do pays your bills, and what you can make some profit on top of that from doing what you love. Oh my God, that's amazing. But of course, it's not easy. It can be simple when you learn everything. It seems very simple. Like, when you learn a lot of shit, it seems very simple in hindsight, but it's definitely not easy. And what I want you guys to take away from this is, followers don't mean shit. Just because you have millions of subscribers don't mean they're going to watch every video. And even if they did watch every video, like, the money you're getting on that it pales in comparison to what you can actually make from starting a business and actually selling something. Like, if you just go back to basics, buying and selling is the essence of business. Sell some shit. Sell shit that people buy. That's how you make money. Like, you can go with your, you know, generating loads of traffic and making ads, but that is not good business. Trust me. It is additional business. Like, I'd say that is an additional source of income on top of what you actually focus on, but it shouldn't be your focus, because it's not sustainable. It's not reliable, and it relies on too many external factors. You need too much traffic to make it viable, and it's just not worth it when you can make so much more with so much less. And yeah, and you'll have more control over it. Because if YouTube shuts down your YouTube channel tomorrow, what are you going to do? If you have 1,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers and YouTube shuts down your channel, you're fucked. If they don't give it back, you're fucked. Then what are you going to do? What happened to those 1 million subscribers? They gone, B. Maybe they followed you on Twitter, but you got banned off Twitter. It's gone. What are you going to do? That's why you need to own your own business. You need to have your own email list. You need to get these people who are interested in you in your hands. You need to have their contact details so you can contact them when the fuck you want, no matter of what these platforms say. So yeah, I want you guys to focus on making money to continue to do what you love to do. Personally, I'm not trying to make any money with this podcast because I just want to do it for fun, and I want to do other stuff that actually makes me money, and then have the, benefits of being able to do a podcast for fun, and whilst also doing things that make me money that I enjoy. And as I said, I think that is just, a great way to live life. But again, it's not easy. If you're not an entrepreneur, you don't want to be an entrepreneur, then fair enough. But maybe if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, but you still want to gain followers, still think of ways that you can monetize it, because you'll put yourself in a better position, and maybe you'll get out of that job that you don't like, and you'll do something that you do like because you've created that freedom for yourself and given you the space to move. So, yeah, I think that we're pretty much done there. If you want to get the book, Gamer's Guide to Greatness, go to growonyoutube.com. That will help you grow your YouTube gaming channel. Get involved. Get your YouTube gaming channel popping and turn it into a business. Stop being a little bitch. Stop putting out videos that no one cares about. No one cares about your Call of Duty Let's Plays. Who does Call of Duty Let's Plays? If you're doing a Call of Duty Let's Play, you are mad. You are really, really mad. You are crazy. No one gives a shit about that. And, all the bigger YouTubers have done it already. You need to have a business. You need to know what people want. You need to give people what they want. And then you can give them what you want. Like, first, you have to serve people. Then you can, be like, hey, do you want to do this? Like, first of all, you need to be like, okay, I know what you want. Here it is. And then, down the line, you can be like, you should take a look at this. This is pretty cool. That is how it goes. So, that book will help you guys out with that. Help give you some more insight into this sort of shit, if that's something you're interested in. And I will see you guys in the next podcast. Peace out. So if you got any questions or any subjects you want to suggest, you can let me know in the comment section down below, whether you're on the website or you're on YouTube, or tweet me on Twitter at Jay Cartere. Peace out. If you want to learn how I got over 23,000 subscribers and millions of views on my YouTube gaming channel, then you are in luck. Sign up to this free course right now. Link will be in the card, in the description, and in the pinned comment. Or go to growonyoutube.com/20k SEO course. In this course, you will learn the best way to write your video titles, tags, and descriptions to help you rank on the first page of YouTube. It's simple when you know what to do. I'll also show you a hack that will help you choose the right key phrases and help you create videos that can rank and get views no matter what game you play. Stop struggling to grow your YouTube gaming channel and start doing what works. Click on the link in the description or go to growonyoutube.com/20k SEO course. This course will not be up forever, so get in there as soon as possible. I hope to see you here soon, and I wish you the best of luck on your journey of turning your passion into your career.
It's been a cold winter and it's lasted far too long. So all this warmth I share with you,